You're welcome back to the class, and in this tutorial we'll be talking about prevention and control of diseases, the part 2 of it, where we ended before. Let's get on to the class immediately. Okay, so this is where we stopped before. We talked about, we said construct secure and comfortable poultry houses in terms of spacing, heat control, ventilation, and security against lizards, rats, snakes, white bears, and human poxers. So, ensure good floor type and good spacing in poultry. Avoid overcrowding. Avoid overcrowding. Depend on standard hatcheries for your day-old chicks, or for your 4 weeks birds as well. Depend on standard hatcheries for your day-old chicks. Always disinfect the poultry after transfer of or disposal of birds. Always disinfect the poultry house after transfer or disposal of birds. Disinfect the poultry house at least 1 week before restocking. Disinfect the poultry house at least 1 week before restocking. Provide foot dips for visitors and workers in the poultry. Adopt other relevant cleaning and disinfecting procedures before entering the poultry. Adopt other relevant cleaning and disinfecting. Make sure you take notes of all this. Do not rear birds of different ages in one pen. Develop personal interest in your stock. Adopt all-in, all-out poultry practices. Supply adequate and quality feed and water. Not just water, clean, fresh water. Okay. Ensure drinking water is clean, safe, and cool. Use all medication as prescribed. Call sick, unproductive, and infirm birds. Meaning, when we say call, you can actually check your dictionary. Call means separate. You should isolate. So isolate sick, unproductive, and infirm birds. So isolate them from the good birds. Bury or burn dead birds. Keep your environment clean always. Keep your environment clean always. That is good hygiene in your poultry. It will save you more. Wash and clean old poultry houses before introduction of new stocks of birds. Avoid mixing new birds with old ones. Avoid mixing new birds with old ones. Never admit birds of prey such as eagle, vulture, stork, pelican, etc. into your poultry house, even if you consider them as beautiful birds. So don't say because eagle is beautiful, I love vulture, I love pelican, I love goose, so therefore I love turkey, so you have to mix them with the chicken. No, don't mix them with your chicken because they could be so harmful to the chicken, to your chicken. Okay, so piggery and poultry farms are best kept apart. Piggery and poultry farms are best kept apart as pigs have been reported to carry influenza strains. So it means there are some infections that could transfer from pig to your poultry. So make sure your pig is a bit far from the poultry. That's if you have pig farm as well. Maintain a restricted movement of visitors into the farmhouse. Wash hands after touching birds of prey, other animals or dead birds before entering your poultry house. Why we say wash your hands is because your birds, or maybe you touched a vulture and you want to enter into your chicken pen to touch your bird. You have to wash your hand because you don't know if you might have contacted one bacterial infection from that bird, from that vulture, or from that eagle, and you want to enter into your poultry and you transfer it to them, and your eagle may be strong enough to fight that disease, but your chicken might not be strong enough to fight that same disease that is being infected from the eagle. Okay, so that is why you have to wash your hand, disinfect your hand before you enter into your poultry. Okay, or even also when you also touch any dead bird. If you enter into your poultry, there is a sick bird or a dead bird, and you remove them, make sure you wash your hands before you feed them or before you touch any other healthy birds. So keep your pets out of poultry house. If you have a dog, keep it out of poultry house. If you have a monkey, keep it out of poultry house. If you have snakes as pet, keep it out of poultry. Whatever you have as pet, keep them out of poultry pens. Wash your hands with soap and water after walking in the poultry or touching birds. Wash your hands very well after walking. It's hygienic actually for you as well. Properly clean and disinfect yourself if you visit other person's poultry, goatry, or piggery. So if you visit another person's farm, whichever farm it is, make sure you disinfect yourself before you enter into your own poultry, because you may go there and you carry one bacteria and come back and you transfer them to your beds. So it's not actually wise for you. So make sure you wash your hands, you disinfect yourself. Do not snuggle or cuddle or kiss birds. Okay. Keep children younger than 7 away from poultry house. And your children, if they are younger than 7 years of age, make sure you keep them away from poultry house so they don't go spoil something for you. So that is it for uh, prevention and control of disease. And in our next tutorial, we'll be talking about a wonderful topic which is gonna be so marvelous and so great. Thank you very much. I hope you understand. Whatever question you have, drop your questions and do well to follow Grandskis at official Grandskis-int, and also on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on official Grandskis International TV. All right, thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.